Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? This is of course your boy B, Bullet RC, coming at you guys again with yet another. And listen, it is the end of the week, the end of the weekend, which means sneaker releases on top of sneaker releases on top of more sneaker releases, which means it's time to get into this week's Heat or Hype, where we go through all the latest sneaker releases, sneaker rumors, or anything I want to talk about in the streetwear sneaker world. That is what we do here today. And remember, if I don't talk about a shoe, either I forgot about it, didn't edit it in, or it was just that, you already know, basura, that I did not want to expose y'all to it. Now with Fashion Week going on, or I assume has ended by now, we gotta look at some more I guess you would say higher end collabs. So that's something we're gonna take a look at, and I would say it's some good shit on the list. It's definitely maybe one or two basura things on the list I can talk about, but I would say it's definitely more heat than the basura. So let's get into this week's Heat or Hype. So up first, I usually like to take care of this week's releases, and for Jordan Brand we have the Air Jordan 4 Laser Black, White, Gum. You guys, you have heard me already talk about this shoe. Really, it's not really blowing me away. It's not the worst sneaker ever either. It's just a mess sneaker, you know what I mean? It's black, white with a gum bottom. I mean, you want a black and white sneaker and some fours, I mean, they kind of low-key, they'll do the job. But for me personally, I just went ahead and passed on them. There was something else I wanted to cop this week, and you guys will see in the video. I think I'm dropping tomorrow another big unboxing, a ton of dope shit slash clothing sneaker haul video that I'm gonna be dropping. Now I got some new shit in that I wanted to show y'all, and these fours, sadly, well, not really sad, I don't really care, but they're just not part of it. Now we also got the release of the Nike Blazer Mid Vintage 77 in 3 colorways. My favorite being this green one right here, this Kelly green. I believe there's a blue as well as a red swoosh. Honestly, I actually really like this pair of Blazers. It's just a random GR pair of Blazers, but they're clean with the white, the gray, and the green. Really reminds me, or I guess it's the same exact shoe as a Slam Jam, but with a little bit more color and no flipped upside down swooshes. So it's a good shoe in my opinion. I don't think it's gonna fly off shelves, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit to see if I can grab these on sale eventually. I gotta say, this is a good pair of Blazers. If you've been looking at Blazers and maybe you want to try out a pair, hey, the vintage joints, pretty good shoe in my opinion. Yes, another 350 V2 Yeezy 350 V2 has appeared, and this one is called the Hyperspace, which is like a weird sea crystal type blue, which looks like a gum outsole or a light gum outsole. This one I'm going to pass on. Y'all already know my favorite colorway out of these ones that are upcoming, which is that clay 350 V2. I mean, the Stag 350 V2s were clean as well. So I'm just gonna win on the clay. As far as this Hyperspace ones goes, I'm not a big fan. If I could get it early for a review, sure, but as for right now, I'm good on these ones. I'm passing on these ones with ease. Now our first Fashion Week sneaker is this Vetements and Reebok collab. You guys know my history of Vetements. I'm not a big fan of anything they really put out. I think a lot of the stuff is always overpriced, but technically it is a parody brand, so I think that's the look they're going for. As far as these Reeboks go, I mean, they literally look like your typical new dad shoe, new age dad sneaker, and it's not bad. It's fine. The way I look at these sneakers now is that, I mean, people just like to buy the brand, so if there's a big brand behind this sneaker, it'll sell. If this was a Balenciaga, which this is always a bad argument, but if it was a Balenciaga and Reebok, some type of collab instead of Balenciaga instead of Vetements, then people would probably eat it up. So at the end of the day, spend your money on whatever you're gonna spend your money on. I don't really care for them. They're not bad at all. I honestly like the socks. The socks are fire. Now for some pure basura that I'm not gonna talk a lot about. Pretty sure Bacardi Bull will say his piece and more about these, but it's the Nike VaporMax GLIESE, G-L-I-E-S-E. And it kind of takes the diamond turf upper with zebra and gold, and then puts a, I guess you would say, cloudy VaporMax sole on the bottom. Nike just seems like they are trying to find any way to utilize those leftover VaporMax soles. I know they have more shoes dropping. I don't know if they're just trying to get rid of some of these soles on some lesser models, but bro, these shits are ass. I'm sorry. I looked at them, I'm looking at them now. I'm trying to like pull something out of there that I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. This kind of cool. It's just like, bro, these, I mean, maybe for small feet gang, but The gold with the zebra, with the VaporMax, taking the diamond terrapin on top of it, VaporMax sole. It's just not good, bro. It's not good. Up next, we have another Fashion Week preview type sneaker, and this is the Heron Preston Huarache Edge. You guys know I have a few pieces of Heron Preston here and there. I actually got some new Heron Preston to show y'all in that pickups video, and these are cool, bro. They're not bad. To me, it's very minimal how much they really put Heron Preston's name on it, except for on the back near the heel and on the laces. Maybe it's something that we can't see on the inside of the sneaker too, but honestly, I'm just happy for the guy to get his own Nike collab, and I really don't have too much bad to say about them. It's not a bad looking sneaker either. They're just cool. They do the job. At this point, I've talked enough about these sneakers. If I don't have them in hand or there's not a new colorway, if there's a restock, I'll talk about them. And listen, man, it's the Fear God ones, bro. The light bone shoot arounds and the light bone Fear God ones dropped. I entered 10+ raffles, online raffles, local raffle, and no, I just don't have a pair, bro. I don't have a pair. I was willing to pay the high for an 11.5 or a 12. I was trying to get them in ASAP. Usual people that would have them didn't have my size. I was trying to get them early. Just know I was kind of scrambling to get this sneaker beforehand, and I ended up not getting them anywhere so far. Another Paris Fashion Week sneaker reveal: Comme des Garçons Air Jordan 1. Now, these are not for me. You know, all the black, you know, the bonds and the fucking belts and rings, I'm good. This is not a collab for me. And as of right now, there is no set or solid release date. They just appeared on Comme des Garçons model's feet, and here they are, all black, very dark, some Dante's Inferno type shits right here, Air Jordan 1s, but black with rings. If this is your thing, then blam, you got it. They might be dropping later on this year, probably around the fall time. We also got a new Air Jordan 13. Now they're calling these Atmosphere Gray, and when I seen these, I just was like, why don't they just drop, what's the colorway with the maroon and gray? Like, why not just drop those? Like, these gray 13s, they're so weak, bro. Like, they're just weak. It's a BS Jordan release. This is not a good colorway. They don't even look good in these pictures. I don't know, man. It's just not a good colorway. I'd rather them just bring back the maroon or burgundy and gray joints and just keep it like that. These Atmosphere Grays, super easy pass, and just forget about them, bro. Like, this next one's gonna be super short because this is the only picture we have. There is a Valentine's Day Air Force One release, and like I said, there's no real pictures. This is the only picture we have right here. Just know that these do exist. They say EU Air Force One. Looks like a red and cream upper with a zipper, so it could be just a small feet gang, but that's all we got. So let's just hop to the next one. And just a quick update, because I had a couple people ask me why I wasn't talking about the OffWhite Air Max 90 last week, and that's because the release date has been pushed back on the all black and the ore colorway, desert ore, whatever colorway. The tan and the black joints have been pushed back to February 7th. So if you're waiting to cop those and wondering why you haven't seen them, what's happening with them, the release date has been pushed back to February 7th, which is why I didn't talk about them last week. But there's your quick update. Let's get to the next one. Now, this is a pretty big story for this week because we got an official look at a lot of new Air Max 720 colorways. Right here we have, I'm trying to remember all of them because there's so many, and I'm gonna run through them right here. I believe you have the Northern Lights, which is the men, which is the night pair. The Northern Lights Day, which is the women's. There's a tan and black pair, which is unisex. There's a Sunset women's pair. That Sunset women's pair, fire. Small feet gang, y'all definitely got one of those pairs over us. There's a pink, red, and blue colorway, which I like. That's unisex. And I think there's an all over neon, which is clean as well. I mean, I like a lot of these 720 colorways. It's just gonna come down to if people actually like the sneaker. To me, it looks like a 2019, or I mean even maybe 2020, very futuristic Air Max sneaker, and I already got a pair on the way, so I'm waiting to get mine in to try them out. They should be in on Tuesday, hopefully I'll be able to throw those in on that pickups video. Just know the Air Max 720, yes, I have gone ahead and secured a pair. So for right now, I'm just gonna say I'm excited to try out these new Air Max joints. I'm waiting for my pair to come in, and when they do come in, I'll have a better video, have better thoughts, haven't tried them on, and you know, we'll talk about it when we get there. We also got a new Air Max 97 kind of popping up out of nowhere, and they're calling these the Wild West Pack Air Max 97. Obviously, as you guys can see, there's like a denim, the red paisley, the tan colorway. It definitely has those Wild West Western vibe. Now, for me personally, I'm somewhere on the fence on this one. I don't know if I would cop these over some of the other 97s or 98s that have been dropping, even over some of the Air Max Light 2s that I know that could drop. It's definitely a cool concept. Some people are also asking me about the unboxed Air Max 97s, and yes, I have seen those in store. I didn't pick those up, but having them in hand, it was a pretty cool themed sneaker to have the brown, the barcode on the bottom, and a nice touch is that on the tongue, it actually has the old Nike tape, like the diagonal white tape on it, which was cool. So you have the unboxed Air Max 97. It's a cool sneaker. I did not cop. I went ahead and passed, and then we also have this Wild West Pack Air Max 97, which is also a cool concept. Could be a really dope sneaker in hand. Up next, we got a look at a possible OffWhite and Bapesta collab. Man, I haven't copped Bapestas in a very long time. The last pair of Bapestas that I tried to cop was the Ronnie Fieg pair, that all over sand or tan suede upper joint. Even the white pair was hard, and I never was able to lock down a pair of those. I put in a bid on probably like GOAT or StockX, and it just never ever got accepted. And since the Bapesta is basically a ripoff of the Air Force One, is not too far off from what we've already been seeing. So Bape and OffWhite, a potential collab worn by Virgil. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see the rest of 2019 what these actually turn into, if they turn into anything. I know this next bit of news is something that people have definitely been waiting on because they wanted to see what the color would look like. We have a pair of GS, the official photos from JB, GS infrared Air Jordan 6s. Now, a lot of people have been talking about the color. To me, it doesn't look as bright as the light ones. A lot of people called them infra pink because it was a very bright, vibrant red, basically a pink on the sneaker. It didn't really bother me, but these do look a little bit darker, a little bit closer to maybe the infrared pack from, I believe it was 09, but still a little bit lighter than those. So for me personally, you already know this is an instant cop, infrared 6s, and they do, yes, they do have the Nike Air on the back. Even the GS sizes had the Nike Air on the back, which I'm pretty sure the small feet gang out there will appreciate. So Nike Air on the back, probably Nike Air on the insole, all black, infrared Air Jordan 6s. This one is a no-brainer. Come on. Up next, we probably got some of my favorite sneakers from this week's Heater Hype, and that is the Undercover Air Max 720 collabs. Now, before we get to the 720, we gotta address the elephant in the room, which is these shits right here. I had people hitting me up like, yo, are these gonna be on the list? Are they not? Listen. These boots right here, I can see how you could just throw them straight in the Basuda bin. They are crazy. They are definitely out there. They got the pulls, like some regular rain boots on the side. Someone said that was liquid cooling for the PC nerds out there. They don't know what that is. I don't know what to say about these, bro. I don't know whether to just say they're ass or be like, I mean, with the right fit, maybe. I think it's just those pulls on the sides really just, I don't know, they just kill them, bro. Part of me is like, those could be hard, and then the other part of me is like, bro, just toss those a Bacardi Bull. But other than those, we actually had an Undercover Air Max 720 collab, and I think they showed off maybe 2 or 3 colorways that we can see. My favorite being this yellow joint right here. It's yellow, gray, white, purple with a black sole. These are fire, bro. These are definitely fire. Definitely a sneaker I'm gonna be trying to get. And this is another, you know, it's pretty similar to how they did the Element React 87s. When we first saw the Element React 87, what was it? It was the Undercover collab. Now we're seeing these 720s shortly after the official reveal of the 720, but it's just a part of trying to build some of the hype on the original colorways. Eventually they'll be pretty easy to get. I'm talking about the 720, not the Undercover ones, but the 720 model in general. And that brings us to the last story, the Nike HyperAdapt BB. We talked about these on the Gloves Off podcast. If you guys have not checked it out, listen, a link will be down below to the podcast. Go over there, subscribe. We go live whenever we really want to. But we already talked about the shoe in kind of depth on the show. Honestly, my biggest thing about this is that I just want them to get to the point where they can release the Air Mags again. I know that's a dream. That's a big dream. But I just hope that they get this technology down and to where they can actually produce more of the Air Mags. I know the price is still being crazy, but if they can drop some more of them, it won't be as crazy as it is now. I want Air Mags, and them being able to perfect or do better with the technology, improve the technology, only gets me closer to possibly owning a pair of Air Mags in the future. But the shoe itself is pretty cool. I like how you can change the lights on the side. It's really not a big deal, but it's a cool little aspect. I like how they thought about certain things, like how about if your battery gets low, are you just gonna be stuck in the shoe? No, the shoe saves enough battery for you to actually just loosen them up and take your feet out. You will not get stuck in your HyperAdapt BBs. Unfortunately, I was not able to pre-order a pair. I was sleeping, but you know, it's cool with the whole charging. I mean, it's different. And Adidas went on their IG. We talked about this once again on the Gloves Off podcast to talk their shit. And Adidas, bro, those next level basketball sneakers, they're not touching the HyperAdapt, bro. Just stop it. Y'all have good sneakers, but this one, y'all should just not posted that at all. But that is it, man. Much love to all the fam, followers, and of course supporters. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Snapchat. The Snapchat is bull.cb, by the way. Here, there, blah, blah. Of course, I ain't got no shoes, so Bullet RC, and I'ma see y'all on that next video. Like I said, new videos on the way. Big sneaker and clothing haul on the way as well. You guys really show love on the unboxing, a ton of dope shit videos, so hope you guys are still showing love on this next one. But I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all be easy. I am out of here. Peace.
Hit the lights and hit the right. Took everything ain't nothing left. Count your blessings, count your stars. I just don't like we that stuff. It's way too cold.